So, how's everybody doing?
How? Curse your inevitable betrayal. What the hell was that?
What's wrong with you, man?
He didn't do anything wrong.
Frankie was our friend.
You suck.
He did nothing wrong.
How could you split him in half?
You know, the dark side, really? Really? What's wrong with you, motherfucker?
I mean, you were wearing a Vader costume. I mean, we kind of should have guessed it, but damn, bro.
We didn't think you were actually going to go that far.
People don't like you. I don't like you. Your dog don't like you. Your mama don't like you.
You're a jackass.
You live up to your name and then some.
Go fuck yourself. That's my honest opinion. Fuck you.
Language. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the second episode
of the season.
Super Cool Nerd Show. The 6th season. What?
We're on a roll now.
Yeah.
That's 2 in a row.
We're literally on a roll. This is happening. I don't think we're ever gonna stop. I don't think we're not gonna have an episode next week. Wait. Wait. I think we might.
No. There's a technicality there.
What's the technicality?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that during.
That doesn't make sense. All right, so yes, again, welcome to an all new episode of Super Cool Nerd Show. We're happy to have you guys here. I am, of course, Matt. Right over there is to my right, your left, is Miss Wonderful Cora Barton. Yeah.
I've got Girl Scout cookies, and they are amazing, and they're mine, so you can't have them.
Yeah, I know. She's already shunned Chris because Chris was already offering them to people, and she was not having any part of it.
No, because he didn't buy them. I did.
That's right.
She ain't bringing no Thin Mints.
And you're a woman scout. We already figured that out. She evolved. She
Once
was a Girl Scout.
Always a Girl Scout.
Isn't that like the Scouts thing? Like Scouts Honor thing? What was that?
Yes, on my honor, I will try to serve God in my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Is that really a thing?
That's the motto?
That is the motto.
That's, wow. Good on you. Way to remember that. All right, and then to her right, your left, is Jason, the exalted one.
It's been a good day. It's been an amazing day.
Because Girl Scout.
Oh, so many.
Is it Jason the Xavier, as in Charles Xavier?
You know,
Jason the X-Men.
It's actually 10. It's the Roman
Jason
numeral 10.
10.
Yes.
The
numbers don't Like I said, we were going to go with Jason the D, but it just did not track well.
That's nasty.
But it's true.
Nasty.
Anyway, and then to my left is the whatever. Who cares?
But, hey,
You're a Sith Lord.
No.
You're a Sith Lord.
No.
You're wrong.
Y'all need to calm down. All right, y'all need to calm
You
down.
speared Frankie.
Yes, okay, yes, I speared my tag team partner Frankie.
And best friend, except for me.
And best friendish person.
I mean, I was
But
there.
you know what? Look. We're not going to talk about it. We're going to move past it. If you want to know the details of what happened, of why it happened, you can come to MPX Addicted this weekend. I have been granted time by that low-down, good-for-nothing general manager Nigel Rabbit to speak upon what happened. So, I will explain myself there. Just like I said on It Is What It Is this morning, I will explain myself at MPX Addicted. All right?
You better have a damn good explanation.
So-
Y'all just need
so
to
just,
calm
like-
down.
So I like a really important question though, like
is
because
not-
like you killed Frankie, does that mean like I come up on the best friend poll? Like am
You
I
do
up there?
move up a little
I'm
bit
bit
closer.
there.
You're
I'm
a
a little
little
bit
bit
there.
higher.
Sweet.
I will-
Whatever. Kill Frankie. I
will
don't
be
care.
looking for a new apprentice.
Do you really want to be best friends with a Sith Lord?
Does that mean that I get speared in the middle of a ring? Yes, and I'm okay with that because that sounds awesome. All right, so yeah. Also, running behind the scenes stuff is our stage manager, Rob Ntropi. He's back there wearing a very stylish Spider-Man shirt, so it's nice. Yeah, I think it's because of Miles Morales. And then over there, running the things behind the scenes as well is Mr. Chris K. Yeah. So the Professor Chris K is behind the board, and today we have an amazing show for you. We are going to be going hard and heavy. We got a Logan trailer. We've
This
got
morning was-
Power Rangers. We've got Arrowverse. We're even going to talk up some Resident Evil and brace yourself, the Nintendo Switch. I know. She fell like she was gone with the wind. Tomorrow's another day, honey. All right, so we're going to kick it all off, though, with some super cool nerd news. Take it
Super Cool Nerd News is powered by Cinelinx. Cinelinx.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Keep it on Cinelinx. We're going to start out with some video game news. That's right, Injustice 2 has released its first story trailer. NetherRealm Studios' superpowered sequel to the hit game Injustice Gods Among Us that allows players to build the power of the ultimate version of their favorite DC characters. Featuring massive selections of the DC superheroes and supervillains, Injustice 2 continues the epic cinematic story introduced in Gods Among Us, as Batman and his allies work towards putting the pieces of the society back together, while struggling against those who want to restore Superman's regime. In the midst of chaos, a new threat appears that will put Earth's existence at risk. Man, it looks insane. I really enjoyed it. EA Play is returning, but much further away. Last year, EA Play was at LA Live at the Microsoft Plaza, fairly close to the LA Convention Center where E3 takes place. This year, however, it will be held at the Hollywood Palladium, nearly 7 miles north of E3 2017. The event will also begin a day earlier on Saturday, June 10th, and will run until Monday, June 12th. EA Play will kick off with EA's press conference live from the Hollywood Palladium. Pretty sure Matt's not that happy about this one. Lucasfilm and Disney have confirmed it. Late Friday, Lucasfilm did something they have rarely done before. They addressed a rumor. The studio released an official statement on StarWars.com, shooting down rumored reports that they are planning to digitally resurrect Carrie Fisher in the wake of the actress's untimely death. After reports emerged that Disney and Lucasfilm were negotiating with Fisher's estate for the rights to her digital image, the studio drafted a press release and set the record straight. They said, "We don't normally respond to fan or press speculation, but there is a rumor circulating that we would like to address. We want to assure our fans that Lucasfilm has no plans to digitally recreate Carrie Fisher's performance as Princess or General Leia Organa. Carrie Fisher was, is, and always will be a part of the Lucasfilm family. She was our princess, our general, and more importantly, our friend. We are still hurting from her loss. We cherish her memory and legacy as Princess Leia, and will always strive to honor what she gave Star Wars." We got a brand new Logan trailer as well as a new synopsis. Earlier this week, we got a tweet from Hugh Jackman himself giving us the official synopsis of Logan. It read, "In the near future, a weary Logan cares for an ailing Professor X in a hideout on the Mexican border. But Logan's attempts to hide from the world and his legacy are upended when a young mutant arrives and being pursued by dark forces." The trailer was dropped this morning, and man, was it epic. We got our first look at X-23 being X-23. Speaking of Logan, he's hanging out with Bond. That's right, Pierce Brosnan. Deadpool 2 hit some early creative speed bumps when it was first announced that the movie now seems to be back on track and gearing up for production. With big casting news, fans are waiting revolves mostly around Deadpool's frenemy, Cable. Now the internet seems convinced that former James Bond actor is up for the role. Earlier this week, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds each shared this image of themselves with former Bond, Pierce Brosnan, and it led to a wave of coverage declaring Brosnan as a likely casting choice for the one-eyed time-traveling mutant. We're getting a new Spider-Man, and no, I'm not talking about rebooting the live-action one again. During a presentation by Sony Pictures Animation for their upcoming film slate, details for their now untitled animated Spider-Man project were finally revealed. In addition to confirmation that the project would be a standalone feature, it's now official. Miles Morales is coming to the big screen. Written by Phil Lord and executive produced by Lord and Chris Miller, Prince's Bob Persichetti and Rise of the Guardians' Peter Ramsey, with a release date set for December 21st, 2018. This animated superhero film will be the first of its kind since 1993's Batman Mask of the Phantasm. And I guess that's it for the news. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else that really happened. We can kill it. Oh, that's right. Okay, Jason, before you go crazy, there was a brand new Power Ranger trailer. And I know that Jason's going to launch into his exact hype about it momentarily, but that's all for your super cool nerd news. For all these stories and more, keep it on Cinelinks, cinelinks.com, your one stop for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. Jason, Power Rangers, go!
I'm disappointed in the lack of hype, okay? I'm disappointed. Is it because I was right?
What do you mean you were right?
I was right. Everybody, okay, even my...
Hold up, you were not.
Okay.
No.
Even my favorite...
I need you to sit here like, after this trailer comes out, this fool's like, oh, I was right. I'm gloated. We're like, bro, you were with the rest of us.
I said, everybody wait. I said, I will wait to see what they look like on screen. I said,
No. After
out,
every single picture, you were just like, "Oh Lord, this is the worst."
I did not say that.
You did.
I didn't.
Yes,
When
you
did I say
did.
that?
The Mastodon.
Okay.
The Mastodon. You were
First
like,
of all-
"I'm out. I'm out. I hate this."
First of all, I said all of them looked okay.
No, you were like, "Oh, they all look like bugs."
But I
That
said,
is exactly what
I did
you
not
said.
say that.
You did.
I did say, why the fuck are there 8 legs on a mastodon? I still don't understand that. Or 6 on a triceratops. That makes no sense to me. However, they look good on screen. And granted, we couldn't see the legs and everything, but they looked good. They looked good. Even Goldar, which looked ridiculous on that toy.
I didn't like Goldar. There were a few issues I had with the trailer.
Well, it looks like she's forming them from stuff that's around her. So maybe there's an explanation.
She finds a jewelry store and she's just like, gold on you.
Are they in Fort Knox? Maybe they're in Fort Knox. I don't know. I like gold.
Gold.
I did like that we got to see Rita without the green armor on, which pretty much confirms she's got the green power coin in the staff.
Which means Power Rangers 2 will have the Green Ranger.
However, the suits in action looked great.
They did look good. They looked good.
The shot of them landing and hitting the superhero pose.
Yeah.
That was money to me.
Which is really bad on the knees. I don't know why you even do
Yeah,
that.
it
That's
totally
just
is.
totally impractical.
Zordon.
That,
Bryan
yes.
Cranston.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
I love that representation on that wall. It looked like I said in the reaction video, it looked like Cerebro.
Yeah.
The humor between them looks like it's going to be solid. Okay. What?
I'm black. No, you're not.
I know that.
All right.
It was awesome.
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I had a couple issues.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
No. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Look, I actually, one thing worried me when we saw that first image of Alpha 5.
Okay.
I was like, I don't like that. Seeing it in action, I liked it. It worked. My issues were when they first showed, I think they showed Trini, and she's got half her mask on.
Yeah.
That bothered me.
You know, they
I
were
don't know
originally
why.
going to do that in the first Power Rangers movie. They have shots of them doing that, but then they scrub those scenes.
I don't know why that bothers me, but it's like and look, I love guilty pleasure. I love the first Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd.
Mm-hmm.
But when he
that's a
but
great
when
movie.
he takes that helmet off, you're kind of like, no.
Put it back on.
See, he should have
with
taken
the-
the helmet off.
Yeah, he never takes it off.
And with the Power Rangers, I don't want to see them in costume without the helmets.
Well, I've always that's
a normal
happened,
thing.
but like,
It's happened.
but I think I know what
but
you're talking
in
about.
Action,
I-
I'm like, why does it only cover?
Well, I think I know what you're talking about. It's
That
kind of like
bothered me.
it's like
actually
that.
done that exact effect. They have
Right.
done in plenty of series where just
But-
the visor
and
just.
I see what you're talking about though. It's like the Iron Man effect, where
Yes.
it's just like you see him without the mask on. It's a little weird, but they've always been able to take the helmets off, and they have the helmet
And
next to
there
them.
have
You know,
even
and
been
that's
some
cool.
series
I see
where
what you're
just the
talking about.
visor would disappear, and you could see. You
Yeah.
could see, like I got some figures over
But
here. That have done
I
that.
don't know. For me, it kind of took me out of the trailer.
But some of those series would do that. But we're talking about
And
the
then-
original Power
yeah.
Rangers.
Yeah, the
It's
original
different.
Power Rangers, they've taken off the helmets and they really didn't do the whole visor
and
thing.
I
But
wasn't sold on Goldar yet.
I mean,
We haven't really seen enough of Goldar to
I
be
mean,
yay or nay
but
on him
what
yet, though.
the one scene that we saw there, I was like, you
it seems
don't
like
look-
he's not going to be a character per se. It seems like he's just going to be a minion of some
yeah,
sort.
and it's kind of because Goldar was one of my favorite ones from the show.
Yeah,
I don't know
everybody-
why I enjoyed him so much, but I loved him.
And
He
And
was
so
he was so stupid and
Yes.
wonderful.
And
just so
actually, in the
pleasant.
Japanese series, that character was actually pretty damn deadly. And it took like it took like 20 years. They actually brought him back in a series later on, and they designed him differently. Actually,
I remember they brought him back for like space or
well,
something like
no,
that.
we're talking like another series, but
Yeah,
I'm
that was
still
another
not
series.
quite sold on Goldar's look. I'll admit, but it is what it is.
We have to see more of it. We
I
only
still-
saw him from the back. We didn't
I
see him
loved
from the
how the
front.
Megazord looked when it was rising up. That was
Yeah.
That was a cool moment.
And that
yeah.
was something I was worried about because the toys look so.
And now
but
I
when
see
I
where that-
saw it moving, I was like, "Oh, that looks dope."
Now I see
and
where that
scene
failure in
where
translation came
Saber-tooth
through.
tiger goes jumping up
Yeah.
on. Was it Goldar that he jumps on?
I think it was Goldar. Yeah.
But that I was like, "Oh, that's dope."
Yeah. Okay, so then we also had a Logan trailer.
Oh man, they should just call this the X-23 trailer.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was really good. I was like the other trailer was good as well. I really liked it, but this one was just
The music was perfect,
Yeah.
but went from oh she's taking stuff. Oh gosh, you're gonna kill that dude.
Yeah.
it like real quick.
Anybody else think that guy behind her was like looked like Quicksilver? A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. It looked like Quicksilver. It's not. It's
I know.
obviously not. But like the way that
It
the
looked
fashion
like
was.
Quicksilver if his hair was blonde.
But I loved Professor X. I loved like I'm a 90-year-old man.
I feel like everything is pointing to he dies. in
Oh
this
yeah,
movie.
yeah. I
And
mean,
it's
it's
terrifying
obvious.
to think of like they, with the quote about what the story is, the ailing Professor X. Think about the power that Professor X has, and if he's having like Alzheimer's or something, that could really screw some shit up.
Yeah. Well, you saw like that ripple effect around
Yeah.
him going on.
Again,
So
I will say I'm not a blind person. If there's something I don't like, I'm gonna point and say, I can still say I am really excited for Logan, but I had issues with this trailer too. I felt that scene where they're looking at the X-Men comics. That really took me out.
it does take you
Yeah.
out of it.
It's very meta.
That's
but
something that I was like, you know what? That fits in Deadpool. That doesn't seem to fit
Yeah.
with the tone you're going.
Well, it kind of breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
And that's what I agree with you. I didn't like that part.
I'm okay with that part. I mean, I focused on the one guy that goes in to get X-23, and I'm pretty sure when she first walks out of the building, she's carrying a head.
I can see that.
I don't know where the cuffs came from.
the guy.
He
walks
brought the
in.
cuffs. He
I know he brought the cuffs, but I'm not sure why she had them because I'm pretty sure when she was walking out, that was a round object that looked fleshy and bloody underneath her arm, and she still had her backpack. That was the part that got me. She's like, I'm gonna go out here and murder these mugs, but I would need to keep my stuff.
And then again, my favorite shot of it is you see Wolverine do that epic Wolverine dive and claw pose, and then seconds later she goes jumping off his back and does the same thing.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling
Yes.
that
Marked
that
out.
scene in the forest is going to be so just like with Darth Vader going down that hallway. You're gonna be like, oh, this is horrible, but I love it.
see. I expect Logan to be just bloody, and I'm excited for that because we haven't had a Wolverine movie where it's just been gore
That
and
final
bloody.
scene of them just rolling in the car.
Yep, just
which-
blood stained all over.
of other people's blood, I'm sure.
Well, I think some of that's Logan's blood. So we had the Logan trailer. We're all pretty excited about that one. You did say that I wasn't gonna like the EA Play thing, and I don't. I hate that because when I was at E3 2016, one of my favorite things was being able to go to EA Play and keep playing their games because there weren't that many lines. versus now I have to go to EA Play, and then once that's over, I have to go to E3, and that's it. Once E3 is going on, there's no more EA Play, and I don't like that at all. But so we got a lot of trailers, but one that you didn't talk about, and I feel like it needs to be mentioned, was that Netflix just recently came out with a trailer for Adam Sandler's, count it, 4th movie out of his 6-picture deal.
We're still iffy on if it's the 4th or not.
It seems like it's the 4th.
We don't know if the Kevin James one counted as part of his picture deal. That's
right. Yes, that face right there, because it's god awful. It's his new movie.
I don't understand how is that should be on the punishment board.
It should. You have to watch all of the Netflix movies. Sandy Wexler is the name of the movie. It comes out in April, and it just looks awful.
Nobody will want to pull that card.
No.
You have to watch all of Adam Sandler's Netflix movie. What the?
And we were wrong.
What?
It is a 4-picture deal.
I thought it was a 6 one.
I thought it was too.
I think
they probably pulled it back.
It may have been a 6-picture deal at one point.
Yeah. Well, kudos to Chris. He had that right. What?
I've watched the movies and I have no problem with them.
Well, you're terrible at reviewing movies,
That's
though.
true.
So
That's true.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: when those movies have come out, Netflix has announced they have been some of their most watched films.
Because they want to watch a bad movie.
But that's the problem. People keep watching them. They're going to keep paying Adam Sandler to keep doing them. And Adam Sandler's not going to care what the critic response is as long as he keeps getting paid to go on vacations with his friends.
I just absolutely love the fact, though, that they're churning out movies like every couple of months. And it's like that Family Guy Stephen King thing where it's like they're running out of ideas. Like, oh, it's a lamp monster. Like, this is our lamp monster.
I've literally watched 5 minutes of the one where he's an Indian, and I was like, nope.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was.
I watched that opening fight scene, and I was like,
yes. Where he throws up the bag of whatever it was and then starts flipping.
6 was the best one he did.
Which is sad.
I made it 17 minutes and 23 seconds, and then I turned it off.
Which means, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be a new entry on the Punisher board.
You have to watch an Adam Sandler movie and live blog it on your Twitter.
You have to watch
account.
every Netflix one.
I think we can, sparse them out. Maybe like a punishment, like they're gonna be instead of
maybe like you have to watch, be specific about it. You have to watch Ridiculous 6. You have to watch this one.
You have to live blog it on your Twitter.
Perfect. Watch them all in one day.
No, that's just.
It's The Ring. Like afterward, you're just like.
It's like you're going from punching a guy to waterboarding. Okay,
it's a punishment. All in one day.
It's the Punisher board, and the Punisher board is very angry because some things didn't get finished last year. All right, that's it for Super Cool Nerd News. Now we need to switch gears to television. We haven't talked a lot about what's going on in the world of TV, but it's coming up soon. Arrowverse is coming back, so we thought we'd take a moment to recap you on everything that happened in the Arrowverse before the mid-season finale and where we think the rest of it's going to go. So roll the little slate thing. All right, so now we're back and we have Rob. Rob is here. No, Rob is.
Get off me!
I don't know if you know this, Jason, but Rob is a wizard. So he just pops in every
I'm
now.
a warlock.
You're a wizard, Rob.
God.
That was my Hagrid.
I would have gone with someone in Speed Force or something.
Speed Force? Knew you wanted to do it? Okay, sorry. Speed Force. There's no reason to explain it now.
Granted the topic.
I ain't gotta explain shit.
All right, let's get into the Arrowverse, starting with Supergirl. Now, when Supergirl ended, it really just kind of set up for what was going to happen with the big mashup.
Yeah.
So where can they go with this one now?
Well, they were going into something where you found out what the whole thing about Medusa, where it was this virus made on Krypton by her father to wipe out alien life forms. It just kills them.
Except for Kryptonians.
Yeah, except for Kryptonians.
Yeah.
They were able to make it, and it's in the hands of Cadmus.
Yes.
I've seen some clips that shows that they may be bringing the Dominators to Supergirl's universe, and they may eventually end up using it there, but we really don't know what's going on there. But like you said, when it ended off was just that little bit going into the whole Invasion series. that
Yeah.
they were doing on the other
They
shows.
totally wasted her episode on that. I'm sorry.
Because
I mean,
they were
didn't
calling
really
it.
wasted. They used it as part of their own storyline, but they didn't. It really wasn't part of the crossover.
Well, yeah, and they
Yeah.
called it the whole 4-night crossover event when it's really only like 2 minutes of it at the very end, and then boom, you're done.
And honestly, we should have known that because the Flash, Legends, and Arrow were all called Heroes vs. Aliens, and Supergirl had its own random separate title. So we probably should have saw that coming.
You should have. So anyway, so that's what's going on with Supergirl. I could totally see it going with the Cadmus angle that you're talking about, and especially trying to develop that new, not Kryptonian, that other alien guy.
I
can't
remember. The
Daxamite, yeah.
Mon-El.
Mon-El,
as it said,
yeah.
And we see
They're also
in the
kind of touching on a romance between
Yeah.
him and Kara.
Which
we
is
see
weird.
in the premiere or in the promo that they are moving forward with his training and him becoming a hero because now that you're on the CW, everyone has to.
You
be
have to be.
You have to be a group.
Because Jimmy
heroes.
Olsen is a hero for some reason, which is actually a
Yeah.
pretty badass hero. I actually liked him as the Guardian. So that's what's going on with Supergirl. Let's switch gears to Tuesday night and talk about Flash. And there's a lot more stuff going on with
Yeah,
Flash.
is probably the strongest thing they got going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I've actually been more entertained by Arrow than I have Flash. This
Well,
season.
we'll get to Arrow in a
Well,
moment.
weird.
Well, I mean that's just playing.
Yeah,
to the point
yeah.
Shut up and
yeah.
move.
That Flash has been.
So-
I've just. It's been good. I've been entertained by it, but it just hasn't had that flair that it started out with to me.
Yeah. Well,
I will agree with you on that one. There's something about Flash this season so far that's kind of like,
Well,
do something more.
feel like they're just
give
going through the motions.
give
We're
me something.
fighting another evil speedster.
yeah.
And maybe that's what it is.
I wish they
Not
would
the
change
evil
it.
Speedsters.
Well, they seem to follow the same blueprint every single season, where there's the mysterious person that you don't find out who they are until mid-season, and then there's that speedster that's there too. So it's like always the same blueprint that with Flash.
I mean, there was one point I was like, okay, we're gonna have Dr. Alchemy.
Yeah.
Whatever, and that they want to go with that.
I
Yes,
thought they were
it's
going to go
all
with Mirror
something
Master too.
That Savitar is the one giving him his
But it's like
abilities
every
and all
episode
that.
Yeah.
of Flash starts out, I am Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. Somebody do.
Obviously, no.
Boy.
You aren't. Every time there's somebody
You're
fast.
not.
Yeah, you're not.
There's
We've
going to be somebody
we've already
faster than
established that
And
you
then
are not,
The one thing I say I'm really excited about is the fact that they're going to do a 2-episode arc in Gorilla City.
which is going to be cool.
That's going to be expensive as shit.
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah. So there's going to be some of those episodes where it's just nothing's really going on. It's going to be a little tamer
I
than
hear
the
the
rest
gorillas
because
coming.
they needed to pay off that.
Yep.
So the rest of that episode
Exactly.
is going to be chill.
We're only doing speed effects in this one. That's it. That's all we got.
It's like that episode whenever it was Arrow and they had Damien Dark was like, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. Yeah, we know why you were gone for 2 weeks. You needed to chill out on the budget there for a moment. So yeah, I could totally see that's probably what's going to happen with Flash. But the other thing is how the Savitar killing Iris, yeah. Which I was going to say Candace Patton, but that's the actress. Yeah, so
Yeah, Barry's done so much to screw up everything, which is why there's so many memes. If shit's going wrong in your day, Barry did it.
Cowboys lost. Thanks a lot, Barry.
thanks, Barry. So
no, not gonna do it.
yeah. So anyway, so do we think though that Iris is actually going to die?
No.
Would that
No.
be the big shocker?
No.
That would be a pretty good shot. Like,
It hasn't happened yet, so Barry can go back and it's like, okay, we need to prepare for this.
here's my issue. Killer. Fine. Whatever. We'll go to another Earth and we'll get a new one.
Yeah.
You know, death doesn't really matter on the Flash now.
Go to Earth 2 and
The
get the
stakes do not
police
seem as
officer
high.
one
Yeah.
who loves Barry for some weird reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not like with Harrison Wells where they just send something out and it's like, the smart one will find a way to get here. If they go get another Iris, they're kidnapping someone from another world.
But I,
But you get what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, there's no consequence.
I do love though the Harrison Wells thing. Like
love it.
I love that actor too, and so like every time he goes away, I'm like, no, come back.
I think we've talked about it, but did you see the meme where it's showing all the different versions of him, and then it goes Earth like 382, and it shows him with Yogi Bear from the Yogi Bear because he played Ranger or whatever.
Oh, I love that. No, I haven't seen that one.
He did.
He did.
Oh.
He did do that. So at one point he was on Scrubs too. You know, he was the brother. All right,
Mr. Ranger, sir.
so that's Tuesday night. Wednesday night. Let's get to your favorite show.
Tuesday. That's not all on Tuesday. DC's Legend of Tomorrow has moved to Tuesday.
Oh, they moved to
No,
Tuesday.
it's moving from the
Thursday to
season thing.
Really?
Yeah, 2 shows
Really?
on Tuesday night. Legend of Tomorrow. I don't know if it's.
I did not.
I don't know which
I
one comes
missed
on
that one.
first.
They used to have some No Tomorrow, but they're moving that to Thursdays and putting
I-
Legends right behind Flash.
I can see why they're doing that. Probably because they're like, oh, no, tomorrow's not that great. Let's just move it. That's kind of like their Friday night death
I
slot.
kind of
But
like
if
2 of them on the
that's
same night.
If that's the thing you need, though, you would want to go have it after one of your popular shows so you get that follow through.
I don't think they really expect much more out of No Tomorrow. It
I
doesn't
don't
look
know.
very-
I've never watched it.
Well,
but
yeah, I guess it makes sense though why they would move it over there. So you have Flash and you have Legends of Tomorrow. So yeah, let's keep with Tuesday night. Let's stay with
Okay.
Legends of Tomorrow.
It is taking way too long to get Rip Hunter.
I
Yeah.
disagree. I think Legends has been my favorite of this.
Don't get me wrong, I like Legends, but seriously, they have kind of stopped looking for Rip. It seems like they don't even mention him now. They don't even allude to where he is. And I'm kind of
Well,
like,
they've kind of had other things to
they
deal
got their
with.
own problem to deal
Yeah.
with.
The chemistry between this cast is so good.
It is.
I just love watching them all on screen together.
I will
It's
say,
so entertaining.
what I'm excited for what's happening though is the first episode is going to have George Lucas on there,
Yes.
which is not the real George Lucas, but they're gonna have a very young George Lucas as they're trying to find Rip Hunter.
And apparently he
Yeah, what-
drops out of film school and doesn't make Star
drops-
Wars.
Yeah, he doesn't,
Yeah.
he doesn't make Star Wars, doesn't make Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Which the characters on the show,
Like, no, we're gonna
one
fix
doesn't
that.
become a scientist,
Uh-huh.
Ray, and the guy playing Mr. Steele, Captain Steele,
Yeah.
he doesn't become an archaeologist or this time.
Yeah.
Because it was
researcher.
Indiana Jones that made
Yeah.
that. So.
damn it,
he's
Barry.
like- So these guys.
No, now
And I
it's
love-
Reverse Flash. Damn it, Reverse Flash.
And I love,
Which I guess
love
still
when
Damn It
they're
Barry.
like- I love when they're like, oh, Legion of Doom. I'm not calling them that. Yes. So much yes.
So Damien Dark and Reverse Flash are still the main bad guys in this
And
one.
it looks like you're getting, oh God, what's his name? Tommy's father.
Oh yeah, Malcolm
Merlin.
Merlin,
Malcolm Merlin
which
in
makes
it.
sense why you would have Merlin in there. So you've got those guys as the main bad guys. What are they trying to do?
That's the thing that's losing me on
Yeah,
Legends of Tomorrow.
that's where I'm kind of like,
There
what
doesn't
are
seem
you doing?
like
Yeah.
the mission at the beginning was let's find everybody. Okay, we found everybody except for Rip.
Yeah.
That's what's bothering me. It's like we're good. No, you're missing one.
It seemed like they were trying to do cause something that would bring about, if you ever seen the show Man in High Castle.
Yeah.
Where Nazi Germany wins the war and they take over everything.
Love that show, by the
It
way.
seems like they were doing something like that,
Yeah.
but then
It seems to
They
have
started
taken
killing
a
their own
weird
people.
turn. Yeah.
I'm just expecting a scene where a couple of them are sitting around a table, just like, shit, Rip, and then oh.
Probably
I
Arthur
think the
Darvill was
point
probably
is,
calling
we're
him, being
supposed
like, "Hey guys,
But-
I'm available. You said I needed to be here, right?"
I think what it is that they all think that Rip sacrificed himself. I don't think they know that Rip's still alive. I think that's what.
No, there was something where the
know
computer
because-
told-
I think there's one or two of them that know. They're like, okay, we got to
Oh,
figure out.
they told everybody.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Marty and the kid, Firestorm.
Yeah.
Martin Firestorm, yeah.
They found a message from Barry in the future about
Yes.
what's going on and everything, and they tried to keep it secret, but someone found out and was like, "Oh yeah, this is what happened. Oh, so you knew where Rip was and blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
So.
But that part's bothering me. I hope they clear it up in the next.
I think what bothers me the most is how they mostly used the Justice League of America as a vehicle to bring in Vixen. Like that's the only reason they used the Justice Society of America. And that really annoys me because I was like, man, they're gonna bring Our Man in. That's gonna be awesome. Like,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah,
Too. It's like,
nope,
yeah,
dead.
we're just gonna fight you in the street,
Yeah.
and then you can keep her, and we'll all die.
Yeah. That's so disappointing. But like, I get why they did it because you've got this character in Vixen. I know a lot of people are upset because it's like, it's a new actress. No, it's her grandmother. I get it. I get why you're doing that. It's fine.
Yeah, DC.
No, I'm just saying, it's not the Vixen from the cartoon. So don't expect us to get John Constantine on the show yet.
Well, nobody was.
I want Constantine.
I know you do. All right, so
That's what she said.
now let's move to Arrow. And this is one that's really taking a weird turn because for some reason we're getting what's her name? Black Canary back.
Yeah.
I don't know what the.
I
got no idea. I have no theories. I have no idea.
I honestly, when I saw that scene, I went, "What the fuck?"
I
mean,
thought
I knew
you
she was
reached the
coming.
point
I knew
with
that.
Arrow where it's Smallville.
Yeah.
I've watched it for so long, but I'm actually losing interest. I'll go home. I'll turn it on. I may look when something happens, but I'm really not paying attention to it.
I'll say that I think
It's become my Xbox show.
Your Xbox show, so you're playing it while
my
you're playing
phone.
and you're watching. Yeah.
I feel this season has really come back up. All right, the last 2 or 3 seasons were really weak, and this season has really kept my interest a lot more. It's right under Legends for me.
Is it because of Prometheus or?
It's Prometheus and the new team. Wild Dog.
I like Wild Dog.
And Mr. Terrific. The chemistry's fun to watch. I love everything they do.
I'm just over the preachiness. I think that's
Yeah.
what's still killing me is the
her-
preachiness
the
about
girl-
everything.
The girl
Felicity.
turning.
Oh yeah,
Felicity
her too.
bothers me. I don't like
I'm
her
over
anymore.
Felicity.
But then I knew that they were going to bring her back because they bring everybody back. And,
Right.
and it's been no secret. I hated Black Canary. Mm-hmm. I hated everything about the character.
I agree.
I never wanted her on the show. And as soon as that scene happened, I was like, Barry, damn you.
I mean, she could be from another Earth for all we know. But then again,
But
it was such a weird sudden death
Yeah.
that it almost seems like it was staged.
See, but then they went back and they showed you what happened when, and they showed her actually die. They showed what she said to Barry to Ollie, and I forget what it was now because it wasn't that important.
Don't
I
let
hate her.
someone or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's all it was. It wasn't a fake death, and so then she comes back, and I'm just like, how are you back?
Yeah.
And how are you like you back? Like you're not. You don't seem different. You seem like you. How are you? What are you
I
doing?
honestly was not. When she walked in the room and she spoke, I went, "Fuck."
I'm serious. I was like, God damn
I
it,
did
Barry.
not get excited. I just went, God damn it. Just
See,
no.
For me, I'm okay with her coming back. I'm really just more intrigued. It kind of brings that mystery back to it. But my thing is, who the hell is Prometheus? And don't, I know that we saw a picture of a kid. That doesn't tell me everything. But part of me thinks because they don't like to kill people off that it's Tommy.
See, the
Oh
problem.
Yeah.
my God, if it's Tommy, I'll be
Because
so
the thing
happy.
is, in the comics,
Prometheus.
Merlin dies
Mm-hmm.
and Tommy becomes the new archer guy or whatever.
The magician.
That goes
Just Merlin.
against them.
Yeah.
That becomes Merlin that goes against the Green Arrow. So I'm thinking it may be him.
In the
also.
comics,
Yeah.
the Prometheus they introduced in the comics is far different from this one. It's not even worth. The Prometheus they introduced in the comics actually gave the Justice League a run for its money, and he was like the anti-Batman.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I am
Prometheus
not
was-
getting that. I am not getting that Prometheus vibe from this one. In fact, he's not that special to me.
Prometheus is revealed to be the son of one of Oliver's season 1 victims.
Okay, then.
So that is who he was.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's actually completely true though, because that
Because I remember we talked about
that
it. and I was
episode
like,
still
no, we
feels like a
found out.
smokescreen.
I'm betting it's Tommy. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, which would
And
be a
I'm not
season
even
1
gonna-
victim. To
see,
be honest.
I
invested
don't.
in
The
it,
reason I don't think it's Tommy is because Tommy's on another show, and he's busy filming it. He's
Oh,
not-
that's right here.
Is he on
They,
another
they, yeah, they even made a joke about it in the
one of those
Flash in
Chicago shows.
in the
Chicago-
100.
Oh, God,
he's on
really?
Chicago PD.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
And
really?
they even made a joke about it with oh yeah, Tommy's up in Chicago being a doctor. blah,
Oh,
blah, blah.
then it's not. Yeah, you're right. That's not it.
That's why
Okay.
he wasn't on the 100th episode where they brought everyone back. Tommy wasn't there.
But that just seems like such a lackluster and kind of lame person to be going after him.
You get someone
I
else
did
to
that
play
with my
Tommy's
mind.
role.
Yeah, right. All right, so
I knocked over the Jedi.
that was Channel Control. We will find out what all happens whenever the Arrowverse comes back. That's next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Next week.
Yeah,
So next week, Arrowverse all comes back, and we will all find out alongside with you. Tell us what your predictions are on our Twitter page at SCNS Live. So we're going to take a quick break real quick and promote a con that's coming out really soon that you're going to want to go ahead and buy tickets for, and we will be right back after this with Resident Evil talk. We'll be right back.
Hey everybody, you want to go to a comic book show? Well, come out to the North Texas Comic Book Show January 28th and 29th at Fair Park. Come out and meet your friends, come out and sell comics, buy comics, get memorabilia, get autographs, get and meet people, and most of all, cosplay girls. Comics, cosplayers, toys, buy and sell, cosplay contest. Come and see special guest of honor, George Perez and Mara Wolfman. Vendors, artists, dealers, reserve your tables now. Take the train for easy convenience or drive down to Fair Park. Located inside the Embarcadero building, tickets are on sale right now for only $15 for one day or $25 for both. The North Texas Comic Book Show. Get back to that old school feel.
All right, so we are back again. Go buy your tickets to the North Texas Comic Book Show today. So let's get into it. Next Tuesday, alongside Flash and Legends of Tomorrow, we will also have a new video game coming out in Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Yeah, how excited are you for that?
I love Resident Evil games. It's like you want to get worn out. I'll admit, sometimes you want to get worn out on Resident Evil games, but when you see the trailer, you're like, okay, I'm gonna play it. I mean, they make them unique enough that you do keep coming back. It's not cut and paste every time, and I'll give them that. It's something that's different every time, and it's worth. I do enjoy playing Resident Evil. It's the original zombie blasting game that terrified you with dogs jumping through windows, and will always just kind of be like, yeah, I'm gonna play that one.
Yeah.
It's like the movies. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Only I'm more excited for the game than the movie.
Core?
I've never played Resident Evil because I can't do horror games because I will cry like a bitch. The only thing that's excited me about the Biohazard is the Larkin Seal collaboration they did, which was amazing. That's all I've got.
I did sample a little bit of the soundtrack, by the way.
Did you? Is it really good?
Yes.
Nice.
I just wanted to, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No, BC.
That laser grid in the first one was really
Okay, no, that's the movie.
Oh,
so,
no, I remember. Mike Epps was in one.
No, it's still the movie.
I played the arcade at Cinemark 17 once.
That's different. Damn it. God. Okay. Well, Resident Evil 7 is kind of taking a different approach than what the other ones were, because you look at what the first few were. It was just, you've got the members of Star and Raccoon City, and they're going around. They're trying to survive in this world that's this post-apocalyptic world that just started. And then Resident Evil 4 happened, but you're still following Leon as he goes in that village, and things are getting a little weirder as it goes. But now you're in a house, and you're in with other, I guess, cannibals that are infected, that want to infect you, and it's taking a weird turn, and it almost reminds me of Hideo Kojima and that Silent Hill style that game that he was going to make that he didn't end up making. And I feel like this game is very inspired by that game.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not, because it makes things a lot more interesting and very different. But it's fun to see where it's gone, and where it's going, because it's been very much like what you're talking about with the movies, and how it's very much about the Umbrella Corporation and, fighting that and fighting the T-virus and all that. But now it's gone to a different way. Like, now we're seeing the residents and the Resident Evil part of it.
I see them still going to find some way to link it back to everything.
Yeah, obviously.
And make it part of the storyline.
Yeah.
They've done a good job with that. So,
but how bone-chilling is this one?
Oh, God.
Because it's a little bit more of that, like, first-person found footage than it was previously, where it's that third-person, like, locked camera.
Which is why I mentioned the music, because I instantly thought of like what I've seen so far. And I started working on something. I was like, oh, and I was going to play it in the background. And then I started working, and then like 2 minutes in, I'm like, let me turn these lights on.
Yeah. That's the creepiest thing about playing these games is that you turn off the light and you just enjoy being scared.
Let me go make sure my doors are locked. Just, the windows latched are good.
The only thing that's going to make things different is if at the end Norman Reedus shows up and he's there, and then I'll know it's a Hideo Kojima thing.
Not just kidding.
It's always Hideo Kojima. That dude loves Norman Reedus.
And
But
he loves him.
He does, yeah. It's just gonna be an interesting game, and I'm excited to see like where it goes, all the twists and turns of it. Because we were talking about it earlier with Rob that we had the first few games were good, they were fun, fun to play. But after 3 was okay, but after 4, it kind of took a weird turn that just didn't seem like it was gonna come back. But now Resident Evil 7, that's where it really gets interesting.
Like I said, there have been some missteps, but I think overall, most of them have been just pretty solid. So it's got a track record.
I think yes, it's been solid, but I think it got boring after 4 because 4 was like award winning. It was fantastic.
And I did not play 5, but that could be due to other things. I think I was playing something else at the time. So I can't really.
But there's been a lot of people who didn't like the way that they pulled off the Umbrella one, where it was just Umbrella centered. And it was those guys. I don't remember. I didn't actually play it, but there was a lot of people who didn't like that. So again, Resident Evil 7 comes out next Tuesday, and
who's all getting it? You're getting it?
I think I'll get it. Just because I'm really just curious. I want to see where it's gonna go because, it seems a lot creepier than the previous versions, and I'm interested.
I'll watch other people play it, but I will have a heart attack if I try.
The house. I want to see what happens like underneath the house because I feel like that has something to do with the Umbrella Corporation.
Never go underneath the house.
But like it just the idea of like when we saw the trailer at E3 and we didn't know what the hell it was, and then like you see like a guy just walk in out of nowhere and you're just like, what the fuck was that? What was that? And then you find out it's a Resident Evil game. Now I'm like, okay, you've got my attention, Resident Evil. Let's see what happens now.
Yeah.
All right, but that wasn't the only big gaming stuff that we found out about. Obviously we knew about Resident Evil 7, but we found out last week a lot more about the first ever mobile console, the Nintendo Switch. No, bro, you have to do it right. Switch! Every time the dude goes, Switch! And there was always that weird...
Yeah, we like immediately left here just to go catch that conference.
Yeah, oh dude, last Thursday was horrible for me.
Okay, first of all, we didn't need Nintendo of America in that conference anywhere, okay?
No.
Y'all shut up, all right? I was getting pissed. Tell me when I'm going to be able to play Zelda.
Yeah.
Shut up. You shut the
Oh my god, it was the worst. Like, I love me some Reggie, don't get me wrong. I love me some Reggie. But whatever, he's just like, do you know the date? I don't know the date. Do you know the date? I don't know the date. Maybe that guy knows the date that we were just talking to.
I would have run into that room with a blackjack. Just tell me when that date is, motherfucker.
But it confirmed a lot of things that we kind of had inklings about. There were a lot of rumors going around. Like one of the rumors was that Legend of Zelda wasn't going to come out until November. But we finally know that Breath of the Wild is going to be a launch title. And a lot of people were like, well, oh man, there's not many launch titles. It's kind of a weak launch event. You don't need any other game except for Breath of the Wild.
I want to play Zelda.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Which, that trailer. Oh my god.
I was sitting there just like, the voice acting. Just, Zelda's actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
They put pants on Zelda. Besides just her being sheep. Zelda's like, I'm ditching this dress. I need to put some
Well, Wind Waker, she had pants.
Yeah,
but anyway.
But,
I cried. I'm not even going to lie. I openly cried, and Xander's going to make fun of me again for that. And I
Ugly
don't
crying.
care. There were real tears because, like, I think I mentioned this back when it was first announced. It really brings back memories of playing A Link to the Past, because when I was like 5, that map was massive to me. Mm-hmm. Playing it now, it's obviously not, but it felt so big, and so it makes me feel like I'm a kid again playing this game. Like,
there's always that nostalgia with Zelda.
Yeah.
Forever.
It's like I'm playing Zelda for the first time again, is what it feels like it's going to be, and I can't wait for that.
Well, what makes me excited for this game is that the open world element of it, but it seems like they've fully invested in a story.
Oh my goodness.
And that is really intriguing.
Is this going to be like one of those games where all the cutscenes can be put together to make a full-length movie?
Most likely. I could totally see that.
I think one bit of criticism that I was arguing about somebody on the Switch, though, was the price of the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, it's a little. I believe it was what $50 for each one, like $49.95 or whatever the hell it was.
These things are some advanced technology.
Yeah, the fact that look at just two switches where it's just I guess you shoot each other with it, but it's
we've got distance.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you can just take one and hand it to somebody.
Yeah, these
things are tech.
Yeah.
And we want that. We want new and exciting technology. And if I gotta pay for it, okay, fine.
But look at the tablet. Look at the price of the tablet. That's actually a lot cheaper than what a lot of people are thinking because it was really just $79.99, which is $80. So I like that though. I like the price of the tablet because let's be honest, we're gonna drop them. I don't care how many of those little Joy-Con straps you put on my wrist, I will drop that tablet.
Hold on to my phone, let alone a tablet.
Yeah. So instead of giving us an insurance policy for it, they're giving us a cheaper tablet that we can buy pretty easy.
I'm just going to OtterBox, if you're listening, protect our switches.
Dude, for real.
OtterBox, please protect our switches.
I will gladly pay another $80 to make sure I won't break it.
I think I've told my OtterBox story. I mean, I will pay for that. I'll throw on my phone.
Well, I think a big thing we wanted to know about was the memory.
And and people griped about the memory. We've been dealing with expandable memory, Xbox, PS4. We've been dealing with it. Okay.
Well, if you don't know, it's run on SD cards. So unlike other consoles like the Xbox or PlayStation, where they have their own integrated memory, this one you can switch out how you want that SD card to be. And obviously it's not the exact SD card, it's like the SDXC, whatever the heck it is. So you can buy a 256 gig one and you're golden. Done. Whatever. You don't ever have to buy it again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's something I've just come to accept with any system I buy. So that was not a big deal for me.
It's not a huge thing.
It's like, y'all are complaining about the wrong stuff.
Well, so there's the memory, but battery life too, because it is a mobile console. That's something that's very intriguing. And the thing is that it said that it has about a 6 to 8 hour battery life, but that depends on what you're doing. It can be 3 hours if you're playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild nonstop. If you're watching something on Netflix or whatever, it's probably crazy less. So there's a lot of good qualities about it, and especially the fact that it uses a charger that is like an Android charger. It's like
is it micro SD?
Yeah, it's like a 2.0. It's a USB 2.0.
Oh,
and everything uses that except Apple. So, which
Well,
stupid Apple.
yeah.
So, the Nintendo Switch has a lot of good things going for it, except for one thing that I think a lot of people are very upset about, and that's the online capability. Because now they're saying that you're going to have to pay to play online. But and that's most of the bitching is because there's those people that are traditionalists that are saying, I don't want to do that. Nintendo's always been free to play online. Well,
yeah, but get with the times.
Yes. Well, here's my thing. Here's my reason why I think that they're doing it like this. They're allowing third-party developers on this.
That is the thing I'm most excited about.
So if you're going to allow for third-party devs, you're going to have to use their servers, which means you're going to have to pay yourself as Nintendo, which means you need some capital coming in from your users. This
have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's something that Nintendo is going with what everybody else has been doing.
Which they needed to.
So everybody, they're falling behind. They're not like everybody else. Well, now they are. Shut up.
Yeah. Well, people are always going to find something to bitch about. They're going to get exactly what they want and still have something they don't like. And you know what? That's fine. They can hate on it all they want. Bet you anything they're still going to buy it, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and most of the naysayers that I've heard from are people who are relative Nintendo haters that wouldn't actually buy the system regardless.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
So I think if you're going to hear from a lot of negative comments and naysayers, consider the source. But I think as a whole, the fan base is really excited. They're into it. And you look at Nintendo's console game, they haven't had that following. And even Nintendo fans haven't really been all that into it. So I think the Nintendo Switch is going to turn things around for Nintendo.
Yes.
I'm really hoping so. I mean, like I said, we want to support new technology.
Yes.
And it's new technology, but who else, we've argued this before, who else has had that portable market locked up?
It's all Nintendo. Nobody
So,
else.
They are going with their strength.
Yeah.
And expanding on it. So kudos Nintendo for actually like making me excited about a Nintendo product again.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, Wii U, we're just like,
I know it's true, and actually, if you return your Wii U, if you had one, you
That's-
can get a really low price for your Nintendo Switch. Which the going price for the Switch is $299.99, and if you haven't pre-ordered it yet, good luck. I'm just gonna say that. Don't even bother going to GameStop and trying. You're not gonna get a pre-order for day one release. So that is the Nintendo Switch, and it will be playable for all of you that are going to San Antonio for PAX South 2017. Granted, you will have to wait in line for probably the entire day, but you will have hands-on experience with the Nintendo Switch as they are touring the country and allowing gamers to play it.
See, that sounds like a fair trade for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to help y'all with press. I'm just
Have
gonna
y'all
stand
been,
in line.
Which is
Sorry.
fine, because we are going, by the way, to PAX South 2017. And while many of us will be checking out all the other games, there is a good likelihood that Cora will be at the Nintendo line
Y'all go to
all
work.
day long.
Y'all
Yes.
work.
So we will...
Standing in line to get in to play that game is work.
It is.
It is.
We
I will,
need
I am
to
so
test it out.
I will live stream from the line, maybe.
So,
Yeah.
so
we-
that's you and Rob and intern Ricardo and Matt and Chris.
Did you say you and then say my name?
I think I
Thanks.
Whatever.
That's weird. You and Matt, there's 6 people?
Y'all have
He was
fun.
talking to the person in the corner.
Are we bringing him?
Y'all have
Yes.
Weird. Okay.
He's riding on the roof.
I
It's okay. It's
understand.
okay, Jay. I won't be at PAX either.
You'll be at Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll be at Royal
The
Rumble in
next
San
day.
Antonio.
So we'll be at PAX South 2017. There's a lot of cool things that we're going to be doing while we're there. We'll be checking out a lot of games like Rhyme. We've already got a schedule with them. Dreadnought. Cool game called Semispheres that we'll be checking in. And I think that's going to be more of a Chris game that he's going to be into. We'll be checking out the Nintendo Switch as much as we can. And we will be live on the floor
I hate you so much.
from 3 to 4 from their stage that they have, and they've already announced that we can stream games from there, so we'll be figuring out which games that we want to
Haven't
stream
made any
while we're
decisions
playing.
yet?
Haven't made any decisions yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time with
I'm
it.
so jealous.
So, PAX South
It's such a great
2017,
show.
you're going to miss us on Thursday night, but you're going to get plenty of us from 3 to 4 on Saturday,
Oh, yeah.
and it's going to be
Well,
amazing.
yeah, well, I'm going to go to the North Texas Comic Book Show at their new place in Fair Park at the fucking building. I'm going to have fun.
You're gonna sleep, and that's you're gonna have the thing that we won't
sleep
have,
sounds nice.
because we will be waking up at probably 4 a.m. to try and be there by 10, and then leaving probably around 7 to be gone by
We need
be
to
back
be
by
on
like
road at 4?
midnight.
I'm
Roughly.
I'm happy you
Roughly.
guys are going. I hope you have a good time. Please get
Y'all
some.
are going to be my bed. I'm just going to lay
Please
across.
get some great pictures
That's
and
how you
stuff.
fit fun.
Y'all
Yeah,
do your thing.
we definitely
I'm so
will.
jealous.
We
So
definitely will
jealous.
take a lot of pictures. We'll be taking a lot of videos, especially from the road. We're gonna have a good time, and we hope that you guys will join us after you wake up. We know that it's gonna be rough. So, guys, that's it for us today. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had a blast. We've covered a lot of things.
It was a busy show.
It was a busy show. Next week, like I said, we won't have a show until Saturday from 3 to 4. Check us out there. But let's plug ourselves and where we can find each other. And you can find Rob at Ntropi 1. You can find Chris at his multiple gaming ones and his own, which
Just go
is
back to Professor Chris K.
yeah,
I
at
hate your
Professor
real-
Chris K or Gamer K, whatever it is. So now BC, where can they find you?
Hey, you know where it is on all platforms: Instagram, Snapchat, social, Twitter, and Facebook. Real Jackass BC, RealJackAssBC at MPX this weekend, telling you why I cut Frankie in half with the Sith side spear, and also the Jeeves Award nominations were released today on It Is What It Is. So check that out.
And Nerd Interference, we're not on this week. We're going with the bi-weekly schedule, so we're live for you every single Saturday. We will not have one every other Saturday, obviously, bi-weekly. So I will not be, we won't be on here this Saturday. Next Saturday we will be, but I won't be there. It'll be BC and Jason, the X Factor. Let's do that one.
Stop
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah,
Jason
I like
the
it.
PAX.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Yeah.
oh, that's that's
you
pretty
get to
bad.
sit here and talk the Royal Rumble with me.
There you go. That's something. So you can find me at Move the Joystick and at NI Sportscast for Nerd Interference. And don't forget to check out cinelinks.com for your news, reviews, editorials, and more. You got to keep it there because we all post stuff there all the time.
We've been busy.
Cora.
We've been busy.
All right, I actually wanted to plug something that is actually very important to me since I am an actor. I'm starting to become a little bit closer in the theater community. One of our members, Derek, was attacked last week and is currently in the hospital. He's stable, but we are working. They're trying to raise money for his medical bills because they are quite expensive. He'll be there for 6 weeks. If you want more information, you can find all that at firehousetheater.com. We'll have a link in the description box below. Please check out his story, everything. If you have any questions for me, you can find me at Corodono on Instagram or at Hawksperch on Twitter.
All right. And Jason the PAX, where can they find you?
You can find me at JasonEX on Twitter and Instagram. And Toy Reviews return to the channel this Tuesday.
All right, guys, you've heard all of our pluggings. You know when to find us. You know where to find us. So all that's left to do is just to keep on nerding.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date on all of our content on SCNS Live.